Welcome to Slow English Podcast with Emma. Hello everyone. My name is Emma and I am your English teacher today. I will tell you about my day from morning to night. I will speak very, very slowly and clearly. Every word will be easy to understand. You can listen, repeat, and learn. These are real words that English speakers use every single day. If you practice with me, you will get better at English. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Emma. I am 28 years old. I live in a small town near the ocean. I can see the water from my window. I live in a white house with a red door. I share this house with my dog, Buddy. He is a golden retriever. He has soft yellow fur and brown eyes. He is my best friend. Every morning, I wake up at 6 o'clock. My alarm clock makes a loud beeping sound. Beep, beep, beep. I reach my hand out from under the warm blanket. I press the button on top of the alarm. The beeping stops. The room is quiet again. I open my eyes slowly. The room is still dark. I can hear birds singing outside. Tweet, tweet, tweet. They sing every morning. It is a beautiful sound. I also hear the ocean waves. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The waves hit the beach again and again. This sound makes me feel calm and happy. I sit up in my bed. I stretch my arms above my head. I stretch my legs out long. My body feels stiff from sleeping. Stretching feels good. It wakes up my muscles. I yawn. My mouth opens wide. Yawning means I am still a little tired, but I am ready to start my day. Buddy is sleeping on his bed in the corner. His bed is soft and round. He is curled up like a ball. His tail covers his nose. I say, "Good morning, Buddy." He lifts his head. His ears stand up. His tail starts to wag. Wag, wag, wag. He is happy to see me. I stand up and walk to the window. I pull the curtain to the side. Light comes into the room. The sun is rising. The sky has many colors. There is pink, orange, yellow, and blue. The colors are soft and pretty. I look at the ocean. The water is blue and gray. Small waves move toward the beach. I see a few boats far away. The world looks peaceful. I walk to the bathroom. The floor is cold under my feet. I turn on the light. The bathroom is small, but clean. There is a sink, a mirror, a toilet, and a shower. I look at myself in the mirror. My hair is messy. My eyes are a little red. I smile at myself and say, "Good morning, Emma. Today will be a great day." I turn on the faucet. Water comes out. I put my hands under the water. It is cold at first, then it gets warm. I splash warm water on my face. The water wakes me up. I dry my face with a soft towel. Then I brush my teeth. I put toothpaste on my toothbrush. The toothpaste is white and minty. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. I brush the top teeth. I brush the bottom teeth. I brush my tongue too. Then I rinse my mouth with water. My mouth feels fresh and clean. After the bathroom, I walk to the kitchen. Buddy follows me. His nails click on the floor. Click, click, click. He walks close to my legs. He knows it is time for breakfast. The kitchen is my favorite room. It has white walls and wooden cabinets. There's a big window over the sink. Through the window, I can see my garden. I have flowers and herbs growing there. First, I feed Buddy. I open the cupboard and take out his food bag. The bag is heavy. I pour dry food into his bowl. The food makes a crunching sound in the bowl. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Buddy's tail wags faster. He is very excited. I put the bowl on the floor. He starts eating right away. He eats very fast. I laugh and say, "Slow down, Buddy." Now it is time for my breakfast. I fill the kettle with water from the tap. I put the kettle on the stove and turn on the heat. The flame is blue and orange. While I wait for the water to boil, I take 2 eggs from the fridge. The eggs are white and smooth. I also take out butter, bread, and a tomato. The tomato is red and round. I crack the eggs into a bowl. Crack, crack. The yellow yolk and clear white fall into the bowl. I add a little salt and pepper. Then I whisk the eggs with a fork. The fork makes a scraping sound against the bowl. The eggs become light and fluffy. I put a pan on the stove. I add a small piece of butter. The butter melts and sizzles. Sizzle, sizzle. The smell is delicious. I pour the eggs into the pan. they bubble and cook. I stir them gently with a wooden spoon. After 2 minutes, the eggs are ready. They are soft and yellow. The kettle starts to whistle. Whee! The water is boiling. I turn off the stove. I pour the hot water into a cup. Then I add a tea bag. The tea bag is small and paper. I wait for 3 minutes. The water changes color. It becomes brown. I take out the tea bag and add a little milk and honey. I stir with a spoon. Now my tea is ready. I put 2 slices of bread in the toaster. The toaster clicks down. After 1 minute, the bread pops up. Pop. The bread is golden and crispy. I spread butter on the toast. The butter melts into the warm bread. I cut the tomato into slices. The juice runs onto the cutting board. I put the tomato slices on a plate next to my eggs and toast. I carry my plate and my cup of tea to the table. The table is near the window. I sit down and look outside while I eat. The sun is higher now. The sky is bright blue. I see people walking their dogs on the beach. I see children riding bicycles. I take a bite of toast. Crunch. It is warm and buttery. I eat my eggs. They are creamy and delicious. I sip my tea. It is hot and sweet. I feel grateful for this simple breakfast. Buddy finishes his food. He walks over and sits next to my chair. He looks at me with big brown eyes. He wants some of my food. I laugh and say, "No, Buddy, this is my breakfast." But I give him a small piece of toast. He takes it gently from my hand and eats it in one bite. His tail wags. He is happy. After breakfast, I wash my dishes. I turn on the water and add soap. The soap makes bubbles. I wash my plate, my cup, my fork, and my knife. I rinse them with clean water. Then I dry them with a towel and put them away in the cupboard. I wipe the table and the counter. Now the kitchen is clean again. I look at the clock on the wall. It is 7:30. I have 30 minutes before I need to leave for work. I work at a bookstore in town. I love my job. I love books, and I love helping people find stories they will enjoy. I go to my bedroom to get dressed. I open my closet. I have many clothes hanging there. Dresses, shirts, pants, and sweaters. Today I choose a yellow sundress. It has small white flowers on it. Yellow is my favorite color. It reminds me of sunshine. I also take a light blue cardigan in case it gets cold later. I put on my dress and cardigan. Then I sit on my bed and put on my sandals. They are brown leather sandals. They are comfortable for walking. I stand up and look at myself in the mirror. I brush my long brown hair. I tie it back with a hair tie. A few pieces of hair fall around my face. I put on a little lip gloss. Now I am ready. I walk back to the kitchen. I pack my lunch. I make a sandwich with cheese, lettuce, and cucumber. I wrap it in paper. I also pack an apple, a small bag of nuts, and a bottle of water. I put everything into my lunch bag. The bag is green with white stripes. I pick up my purse. Inside my purse, I have my wallet, my keys, my phone, and a book. I always carry a book with me. Right now I am reading a mystery novel. It is very exciting. I want to know who the criminal is. I put on my sunglasses. The sun is bright outside. I look at Buddy. He is lying on the floor. I kneel down and pet his head. His fur is soft. I say, "I will be back this afternoon, Buddy. Be a good boy." He licks my hand. I kiss the top of his head. I open the red door and step outside. The air is warm and fresh. I can smell salt from the ocean. I can smell flowers from my garden. I lock the door behind me. Then I walk down the path to the street. My house is on a quiet street with trees. The trees have green leaves. Birds sit in the branches and sing. I walk to the bus stop. It takes me 10 minutes to walk there. I pass other houses. Some are painted blue. Some are painted white or yellow. I pass a park. Children are playing on the swings. I hear them laughing. I smile. Their happiness makes me happy too. At the bus stop, there are 3 other people waiting. An old man with a newspaper, a young woman with headphones, a teenage boy with a backpack. We do not talk to each other. We just wait, quietly. quietly. I look at my phone. The time is 8:05. The bus will come at 8:10. Right on time, the bus arrives. It is big and blue. The doors open with a whoosh sound. I step onto the bus. The driver is a friendly man named George. He drives this bus every day. I say, "Good morning, George." He smiles and says, "Good morning, Emma." Beautiful day, isn't it? I nod and say, "Yes, it is." I scan my bus card. Beep. The machine makes a sound. Now I can sit down. I find a seat near the window. I sit down and put my lunch bag and purse on my lap. The bus starts moving. It drives through the town. I look out the window and watch the world go by. I see shops, cafes, and restaurants. I see people walking on the sidewalks. Some are drinking coffee. Some are talking on their phones. Some are walking dogs. The bus stops many times. People get on and off. A mother with a baby in a stroller gets on. An old woman with a shopping bag gets off. The bus is not very crowded. I like that. I have space to think and relax. After 15 minutes, the bus arrives at my stop. I press the button to request a stop. Ding! The bus slows down and stops. I stand up and walk to the door. I say, "Thank you, George." He waves and says, "Have a great day." The doors open and I step off. I am now in the center of town. There are many shops here. Clothing stores, toy stores, restaurants, and my bookstore. The bookstore is called Chapter and Verse. It is a small store, but it has many books, old books and new books, fiction and nonfiction, books for children and books for adults. I walk to the bookstore. It is in a brick building with big windows. The windows have posters of new books. I take my keys from my purse. I unlock the door and push it open. A little bell rings. Ding-a-ling. The bell always rings when someone opens the door. Inside, the bookstore smells like paper and coffee. We have a small coffee corner where customers can buy drinks. I turn on the lights. The store looks warm and cozy. There are wooden shelves from floor to ceiling. The shelves are full of books. There are comfy chairs where people can sit and read. There are plants in pots near the windows. I walk to the counter. I put my lunch bag and purse under the counter. Then I turn on the computer. The screen lights up. I check for new orders. We sell books online too. Today there are 5 new orders. I print the order list. Later, I will pack these books and send them to customers. I walk around the store. I check that everything is tidy. I straighten books on the shelves. I pick up a book that fell on the floor. I dust the counter with a cloth. I water the plants. They need water every 2 days. I pour water from a watering can into each pot. The plants are green and healthy. At 9 o'clock, I unlock the front door. The store is now open. I flip the sign from closed to open. I sit behind the counter and wait for customers. While I wait, I read my mystery novel. The detective just found an important clue. I am very interested. The bell rings. Ding-a-ling. The first customer comes in. It is a woman with gray hair and glasses. She smiles at me. I smile back and say, "Good morning. Can I help you find anything?" She says, "Yes, I am looking for a cookbook. Something with easy recipes." I say, "Of course. Follow me." I walk her to the cookbook section. I show her 3 different books. She looks at them and chooses one. She says, "This one is perfect. Thank you." We walk back to the counter. I scan the book. Beep. The price appears on the screen. She pays with her credit card. I put the book in a paper bag and give it to her. She says, "Thank you. Have a nice day." I say, "You too." More customers come and go. A man buys a science fiction novel. A young girl buys a book about horses. A teacher buys 20 books for her classroom. I am busy helping everyone. I answer questions. I recommend books. I pack orders. The morning goes by quickly. At 12:30, it is my lunch break. My coworker, Lily, arrives. Lily is 22 years old. She has short black hair, and she always wears colorful clothes. Today she is wearing a purple shirt and green pants. She is very friendly and loves books just like me. I say, "Hi, Lily. How are you?" She says, "I'm great. How was your morning?" I say, "Busy. Lots of customers." She nods and says, "That's good. Go enjoy your lunch." I take my lunch bag and walk to the park. The park is 2 blocks away. It has green grass, tall trees, and wooden benches. I find an empty bench under a tree. I sit down and open my lunch bag. I take out my sandwich, my apple, my nuts, and my water bottle. I eat my sandwich slowly. The cheese is creamy. The lettuce is crunchy. The cucumber is fresh. I watch people in the park. A man is jogging with his dog. Two women are sitting on a blanket, having a picnic. Children are playing on the playground. They are laughing and shouting. The sun is warm on my face. A soft breeze moves through the trees. I feel peaceful and happy. After my sandwich, I eat my apple. Crunch, crunch. The apple is sweet and juicy. Then I eat a few nuts. They are salty and crunchy. I drink water from my bottle. The water is cold and refreshing. I sit for a few more minutes and enjoy the park. I take deep breaths. I listen to the birds. I watch the clouds move slowly across the sky. At 1 o'clock, I walk back to the bookstore. Lily is helping the customer when I arrive. I wave at her, and she waves back. I put my lunch bag under the counter and wash my hands in the small bathroom at the back of the store. The afternoon is busy too. More customers come in. A boy asks for a book about dinosaurs. I show him 5 different dinosaur books. His eyes get big with excitement. He chooses 2 books. His mother smiles and pays for them. A college student asks for books about psychology. I walk her to the right section and help her find 3 textbooks. An old man asks for poetry books. I show him my poetry collection. He spends 30 minutes reading different poems. Finally, he buys 2 books. At 3 o'clock, I start packing the online orders. I take the 5 books from the shelves. I wrap each book in brown paper. I put them in boxes. I write the addresses on the boxes with a marker. Then I tape the boxes closed. I stack them near the door. The delivery person will pick them up tomorrow morning. At 4 o'clock, Lily makes coffee for both of us. She brings me a cup. The coffee is hot and smells delicious. I say, "Thank you, Lily." She says, "You're welcome." We sit behind the counter and talk. She tells me about a book she just finished reading. It is a romance novel. She loved it. She says the ending made her cry. I tell her about my mystery novel. I say I am almost finished. I think I know who the criminal is, but I am not sure yet. At 5:30, the store gets quieter. Only 1 or 2 customers come in. We start preparing to close. I count the money in the cash register. Lily tidies the shelves. She puts books back in their correct places. She straightens the chairs and cushions. At 6 o'clock, we close the store. I turn off the computer. I turn off the coffee machine. Lily waters the plants one last time. I walk to the door and flip the sign from open to closed. I lock the door from the inside. We both walk to the back door. I turn off all the lights. The store is dark now. We step outside through the back door. I lock it with my key. Lily and I walk together to the bus stop. We talk about our plans for the evening. Lily is going to meet her friends for dinner. I am going home to relax with Buddy. We reach the bus stop. Her bus comes first. She waves and says, "See you tomorrow, Emma." I wave back and say, "See you tomorrow. Have fun tonight." I wait for my bus. The sun is lower in the sky now. The air is cooler. After 5 minutes, my bus arrives. I get on and scan my card. Beep. I sit in my favorite seat near the window. The bus drives through town. I am tired, but happy. It was a good day at work. The bus arrives at my stop at 6:30. I get off and walk home. The walk takes 10 minutes. The evening air smells like flowers and grass. I see people sitting on their porches. Some are reading, some are talking. I wave at my neighbors. They wave back and smile. I reach my white house with the red door. I unlock the door and step inside. Buddy runs to me immediately. He jumps up and down. His tail wags so fast. He is so happy to see me. I kneel down and hug him. I say, "I missed you too, Buddy." He licks my face. I laugh. I put my purse and lunch bag on the table. I take off my sandals. My feet are tired. I walk to the kitchen and fill Buddy's water bowl with fresh water. He drinks and drinks. Then I give him his dinner. I pour food into his bowl. He eats quickly. I open the fridge and look inside. I decide to make pasta for dinner. I take out pasta, tomatoes, garlic, and olive oil. I fill a pot with water and put it on the stove. I turn on the heat. The water will take a few minutes to boil. While I wait, I chop tomatoes and garlic. I put olive oil in a pan. I add the garlic. It sizzles and smells wonderful. Then I add the tomatoes. They cook and become soft. I add salt, pepper, and basil. The kitchen smells amazing. The water is boiling now. I add the pasta. I stir it with a wooden spoon. Pasta takes 10 minutes to cook. I set a timer on my phone. Ding! When the timer rings, the pasta is ready. I drain the water. I put the pasta on a plate. I pour the tomato sauce on top. I grate some cheese over it. My dinner is ready. I carry my plate to the living room. I sit on the sofa. Buddy sits next to me. I turn on the TV. I watch a cooking show while I eat. The chef is making dessert. It looks delicious. I eat slowly and enjoy my pasta. It tastes fresh and flavorful. After dinner, I wash my dishes. I put them away. I wipe the counter and the stove. Now the kitchen is clean again. I make a cup of chamomile tea. Chamomile tea helps me relax before bed. I take my tea to the living room. I sit on the sofa with a blanket. Buddy lies next to me. I pick up my mystery novel. I only have 20 pages left. I want to finish it tonight. I read and read. The story is so exciting. Finally, I reach the last page. The detective solves the mystery. I was wrong about who the criminal was. I close the book and smile. It was a great story. I look at the clock. It is 9 o'clock. I am tired. Tomorrow I will wake up early again. I turn off the TV. I take my cup to the kitchen and wash it. Then I walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I change into my pajamas. My pajamas are soft and comfortable. They are light blue with white stars. I walk to my bedroom. I open the window a little. Fresh air comes in. I can hear the ocean waves. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The sound is calming. I turn off the light. I get into bed. The sheets are cool and soft. Buddy jumps onto the bed. He curls up near my feet. I pet his head. I say, "Good night, buddy." He sighs. He is happy and sleepy. I close my eyes. I think about my day. I think about the books I sold. I think about the customers I helped. I think about my lunch in the park. I think about my pasta dinner. I think about my mystery novel. It was a good day. I feel grateful and peaceful. I take a deep breath. I let my body relax. I listen to the ocean waves. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The sound is like a lullaby. My mind becomes quiet. My breathing becomes slow. I feel myself falling asleep, and then I am asleep, dreaming of tomorrow, dreaming of books and stories, dreaming of the ocean and sunshine, dreaming of simple, beautiful things. Thank you so much for listening to my story today. I hope you learned many useful words and expressions. I hope you can use them in your daily life. Remember, learning English takes time and practice. Listen to this story many times. Repeat the sentences. Write them down. Practice every day. You will get better and better. I am proud of you for learning. Keep going. You can do this. If you enjoyed this episode of Slow English Podcast, please like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and keep practicing. Goodbye for now. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. You can add this video to your playlist for listen again before go sleep.